All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some news to talk about regarding Battlefield 2042 that is not good at all. According to a new data mine from Temporal, they've got new category images for the Battlefield 2042 in-game store that arrived with patch 4.0. The leak showcases a section for different bundles you could buy, soldier, weapon, and vehicle cosmetics, and the aspect in this video that I want to talk the most about, XP boosts. So Battlefield 2042 is potentially going to be selling XP boosts in the store. The leak then goes on to say that other files include 5 premium currency packages and tiers, weekly and bonus missions for the upcoming battle pass. The fact that DICE took the time to update the store in patch 4.0 just shows you how tone deaf they are and disconnected with their player base. And then to have the audacity to start selling XP boosts is just the cherry on top of the entire Battlefield 2042 experiment. A game that touts itself to be a live service and then only releases cosmetic skins for the last 19 weeks, with no sign of new content or the next season happening anytime before June or July. We are nearing the point of no return. If Battlefield updates the game and releases the store and starts selling XP boosts and cosmetics in their preseason before we get season 1 or any new content, I will be absolutely done with this franchise. I honestly don't mind giving credit where credit's due. Battlefield's patch 4.0 brought me back to the game, and it was a really effective patch for a lot of people. It fixed a lot of the bugs. I barely run into any anymore, despite the occasional matchmaking error. But like, what have they been doing for the last 19 weeks? I refuse to believe that the entire studio at DICE is developing Battlefield 2042. If that's indeed the case, and this is how long it takes them to develop things out on their engine, then I think it's time to abandon ship, especially for EA. Maybe DICE is not the developer for Battlefield that we need. Maybe it's time for another developer like Respawn Entertainment to take a crack at the Battlefield franchise. Now, obviously, the fault of Battlefield 2042 does not lie solely in the developers. There's a lot of problems that were caused by the publisher, but at what point do we have to take a look at all of the things that DICE has developed over the last few years and take that into consideration? They launched Battlefield 1 that was pretty shaky at launch. They gave us Star Wars Battlefront that was an absolute flop. And then we've got Star Wars Battlefront 2 that was also riddled with issues, pay-to-win microtransactions, and just a development that was completely left after launch. And then finally, they were on Battlefield 2042, which I thought was going to be a true love letter to fans, because that's what all the marketing stated. The trailer was really solid. It was probably one of my favorite trailers of last year. And then the beta release that was also pretty solid, just to find out that the beta was essentially the live game. That was what the game was at the time. And now I feel like they're going to be at a point where they're like, hey guys, we've been updating the game. We haven't given you any new content, but please buy all of these cosmetics, XP boosts, bundles, so that we can get EA off of our ass. Like, I feel like that's going to be the natural progression of this project in the next couple of months. They're going to get to the point where Battlefield 2042 is at 1.0, or the launch date of the game, or rather what the launch date should have been. And then any new content that we get will be in the form of cosmetics. They're going to start slamming cosmetics down our throat. The store will be updated weekly to try to sell as many skins as possible so that they could try to make back some of their lost revenue that they got from people refunding Battlefield 2042 initially. Now the question is when would be the ideal time for them to update this store? What I'll say right now is if we get a store before we get any new content to Battlefield 2042, then people should uninstall this game immediately. There's no reason to buy cosmetics and XP boosts for a game that has not changed any of its content since the game launched in November. Now, I've stated many times that I want Battlefield 2042 to have a No Man's Sky moment, and I still want that to happen, but if they release this before we get any new content, then I would be perfectly fine for this project to crash and burn. I don't mind microtransactions and companies and developers and publishers selling cosmetics for a game like Fortnite that's fully fleshed out, that's a live service that continues to release content every other week, that is free to play. I don't mind it. But for a game like Battlefield 2042 that's $60 and upwards to $100 to sell cosmetics and XP before the game is even completed is absolutely crazy to me. It's such a wild concept. Release a good game that's free to play or not free to play and then sell cosmetics. But the fact of the matter is Battlefield 2042 wasn't even close to being done at launch, and it's still not even at the ideal launch date of the game. So DICE, if you're listening, please take this feedback. Do not update the store. Don't publish it until after season 1. Until Ultimate owners start to get the stuff they paid for, you should not publish this in-game store. Now, there is one aspect that we do have to consider is this was a data mine that was content in the patch 4.0. They have not published the store yet, so we should put our pitchforks down until the very moment that they add this store store without any new content added to the game. At that point, it'll be open season. I really hope this is not the case. I hope this is just a data mine that showcases what the store could feature, and they don't plan on publishing it until after season 1 has concluded and they're on to the next season. But at the end of the day, this is EA we were talking about, so I would not be surprised if we start to see more cosmetics and this store release within the next few weeks. But I'm going to hold out hope that they're going to do the right thing. I know it's a lot of copium, but it is what it is. I still trust the developers at DICE. As unfortunate as this situation was behind Battlefield 2042, I am still a Battlefield fan, and I only want the best for this franchise. But guys, that is going to wrap it up with this video. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think that they should be selling XP boosts, or do you think the store should be there in general? Do me a favor, guys, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on, and don't forget to check back again on the channel tomorrow for another video like this one.